The lockdown during the recent pandemic has been difficult for most people. A large part of society has experienced loneliness for the very first time, and that doesn't just mean people living on their own. Leeds Older People's Forum have been breaking down the stigma around loneliness and encouraging people to share the knowledge they have gained during the lockdown.
I found it, yes, strange, as everybody's found it very strange, challenging. In some ways I could compare it with the situations that I'd experienced out in Baghdad, which sounds odd. No, it wasn't because of a pandemic, but we had it because of sanctions, because of the weather. We have horrendous weather in the summer, so that rather restricts your movement. But this pandemic, luckily I live in a retirement life complex in Rawdon, and we have neighbours, but of course initially with the full lockdown that was really very difficult. I do like to communicate, I do a lot of telephoning and whatever, and I can't really remember when the Zoom started. You know, maybe you've got a better idea, but I can't remember. Did we do Zoom? I don't remember doing Zoom before the pandemic. But I keep myself occupied.
Well, it was pretty horrific for me because it began in the Caribbean. I was treating myself for my special birthday to a cruise around the Caribbean. And then I came home to Leeds, dashed to the supermarket and never came out again for 4 months. I live by myself, yes. I don't really know my neighbours. I have 2 children, but when I ring them, are you all right? Okay, mummy, busy, bye. You know, it's like that. They have their own lives to lead. They're both in the 30s, and so it took me a while to sort of think about ringing other people, you know, possibly that I hadn't spoken to for a long time.
I was familiar with the neighbourhood networks, which are dotted around the city. They're supported by the council and social services to engage older people in meaningful, active ways. And so I've been involved with that on the counter duty, coffee mornings, craft things, gardening. They have children's groups, various things like that. And the lockdown, yes, we went from one to another. Seemed to be a bit better last summer, and then of course September came and back. It was, you know, pretty hectic, very scary. Yeah, I just like to keep active. I'm lucky, I've got a sister in Leeds.
I think you've just got to get out there and do activities, and even if they're not particularly exciting and you don't make best friends with anyone, at least you're out thinking about other things, broadening your perspective, living your life. You don't want to miss out, do you?
To share your experiences of loneliness, you can call or email Leeds Older People's Forum using the details below.